Hey, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a blessed and beautiful, and most importantly, productive day. Um, um, I want to do this video sharing an encounter that I had with this young woman earlier today in Atlanta, and hopefully this inspires people to take action within their circles and circles/families. Because sometimes, you know, you can see a problem being so big that you want to fix the big problem with big solutions. And sometimes that's not the answer. Sometimes the solution to the big problem is the most basic, smallest thing in the world. Think about it with boats, or I was just thinking about this. Think about your health or your body. Sometimes people will be dealing with so many issues within their body that they are looking for this magical pill or this magical surgery or these things to fix the problem. And sometimes the biggest thing you can do is drink more water and get more rest. And I mean, of course, that's not the solution to all problems, but I'm just making a point that sometimes it's just the littlest things can change the biggest problems. Right? So that's what this video is about. Just little things that can possibly change somebody that you don't even realize is so close to you, is dealing with so much. Right? So I'm talking to this, I picked up this, well, like I said, I met this young lady, and she couldn't have been anywhere between, she said she moved here for school, so she could have been anywhere between 18 and 24, more like 20 to 23-ish. But I'm just going to give the scale of 18 to 24, you know what I'm saying? So she was in that range, and, a very beautiful woman. She was very beautiful, you know what I'm saying? And she even spoke on that, which I hopefully, if I remember, I'll bring that aspect of it up too. So I meet this young woman, and she's asking me some questions about this wrap that I have on my car, and I'm telling her about it, whatever. So she asked me, because she knows obviously that I work for Uber and Lyft, because she can see the stickers on my car. So she's trying to ask me for a ride, and she's looking for a ride to some human services, human resource office or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, sure, no problem. Where is it? You got an address, you got a direction or whatever, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing a basic search, and I go from there to, I find it, and it's like downtown. It's like off of MLK, by Underground or whatever. If you're familiar with Atlanta, of course, you would know. By the courthouses and all that. So she's talking, and I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go, And from there, it was like, and I've always had that that, I don't even want to call it a gift. I don't even want to give myself that much credit or whatever, but I will say that people have always been comfortable with me, even if they'd only known me for like less than 5 minutes, to open up and share their life experiences and stories, very personal stories, which, I don't, because I'm not the type of person, like, even with this is, I'm not a very, am I judgmental? Yes, because I don't, people try to say not to judge, but that's silliness. That's a whole nother video for another time. But I don't look down on people, because I personally know that everybody out here is dealing with something. So for me to look down upon you, no matter where your situation is, doesn't make me any better, and that makes me really an asshole. And I try my best to minimize my asshole ways, just being honest. So I'm talking to her, and she's sharing. So we're not even 2 minutes into the car, she starts explaining to me the fact that she's homeless. She's been here, everything is gone wrong. So I'm like, wait. You know, so a lot of times you realize people just be needing an exhaust and a vent. Everything that you think of has a ventilation system. Your car, heat comes through the engine creates heat. What happens? The gas that's burned off and that heat is being exhausted out of the back of it. You eat, right? Your computer has a what? It creates heat by it being powered. And what happens? It has a fan to blow the hot air away. The same thing with us. We do that physically when we eat. You eat, you chew it, you digest it. It goes through your body. Your body breaks it down to what? Waste. And then the waste product that's no longer that your body can't use is then what? Pushed through you. It's no different than when you're dealing with your spirit and you're dealing with your inner you. There's things that you're dealing with that you have to get off your chest. If it sits on there, it festers, it develops, it grows. Next thing you know, you got a 10-year problem just because you didn't have a 5-minute conversation. You know? So she just needed somebody outside of what she's dealing with from day to day to just speak on it, you know? So she's telling me, like I say, all of these things, and I'm like, well, let's just stop there. Like, how long have you been here? You know? So then she goes on to tell me she's been in Atlanta since February. I'm like, oh, wow. I'm like, February? It's only May. And February is not even a real month. So technically you've been here March and April. You know what I'm saying? May just started. February is not even a real month. And so you've only been here 2 real full months. Right. I'm like, wow. So she's telling me she comes here for school. I think she came here for cosmetology school from North Carolina. School fails her. So that's not working out for her. She didn't have enough money to, I guess she was planning on having enough money with her student loan to take part of that money and then be able to secure her a place to stay. That didn't work out. So then she ends up moving in with I'm assuming some random guy. I don't know. Like I said, I'm basing what she's saying to me off of what she told me, not off of the whole story, because there could be other aspects of this that's not even being spoken on. So I'm just presenting what was presented to me and what I got from it, and hopefully what I got from it can be helpful and enlightening to other people. So she's telling me her school failed. I'm like, damn, okay. So then from there, she's living with some people. That fails to the point now where she's homeless. Literally, as of right now, she is homeless. So, and I didn't pick up on all of this because, like I say, sometimes in our ignorance, and that's something that I'm working on in myself, because, like I say, this world tries to isolate us all from each other to the point where we can't even realize that it's not just me going through problems, it's all of us are going through problems, right? So she was, if you would have saw, like I say, very beautiful young girl. You know what I'm saying? You in your mind or in your ignorance, you're thinking, how is this person homeless? You know? So she spoke on that. Before I could even say anything, she was like, and that's the problem too, is people look at me and they think, how are you going through all this? And that kind of shorts her ability to receive the needs and the help that she needs, you know? So she's telling me about the school, like I say. She's telling me that she's homeless. She's telling me that she ended up meeting some really bad men that ended up being pimps, you know? And how she ended up, now she has had to, by no choice, prostitute herself out. And she didn't have much success with that because everybody that she would run into that were curious about her selling her body would be like, why are you doing this? You know? And this could go into a whole nother, video, but stick it to the point. And, I'm talking to her and I'm trying to encourage her to the best of my ability, telling her, hey, don't focus on the bad. Focus on what you got to do to get yourself out of this situation. All right? 3 months went by just that fast for you. Imagine what the next 3 months to 6 months could bring to you if you just focus in and do what you got to do. Just trying to be encouraging, in the midst of all that darkness. So, she's saying all that, and I'm talking, and I'm driving, and I'm looking over, and I mean, I'm not looking over, but I'm just driving, and I'm like, is she crying? Because you can hear somebody's voice kind of choppy, and I look over, and she is bawling, crying. I'm talking boo-hoo crying. And I'm just like, damn. I'm like, this is such a terrible situation, So, like I say, so, to speed it all up, we're talking. I mean, it kind of repeated itself a lot in more detail, which is not really the point. This is not about putting out her business like that, even though you probably will never see her, or she probably will never see this video. But I wanted to put this out here for the simple fact of, you gotta call your family, And I'm asking her these things about, well, so where's your mother at? Where's your father at? And she tells me about her father. Her father, he took out a loan to pay the rest of her bill, and he's complaining about this. So I'm like, so your father and your family know that you're here? And I'm like, so they basically left you here for dead, basically? And yeah, you see, so I just, like I said, this was more to share a story of what's happening to thousands of young people within all of these cities, if not millions. They go to a city from another city looking for more opportunities, trying to chase the big lights and opportunities, to end up in a situation where now they're selling their body to survive. And I asked her that. I said to her, did you really think that you would get here and that's what you would be doing? Not to shame her, and I know that she wouldn't take any of what I was saying, because I was being very being very compassionate, you know what I'm saying? But, just trying to get an understanding of her and where she's at, you know what I'm saying? And she said absolutely not, and so I just say, if you got an aunt, if fellas, women too, if you got a niece, if you got a little sister, you got a big sister, you got a friend. Truck passing by. You got anybody that's close to you, stop what you're doing. Get off of Instagram, get off of Facebook, get off of YouTube, get off of these different apps, and make a phone call, man. Make a phone call. Make a 5-10 minute phone call. Hey, such and such, how you doing? Are you all right? Anything you need from me? Anything I can do for you? How are you? Because people will tell you that they're going to Atlanta to go to school, to do this, for it not to fail, and the shame of it failing will have them not tell you what's really going on out of just shame. So have real conversations with the people that's closest to you, okay? Have a real conversation. Figure out what is going on with them. See if they need something, See if they need something. Take that, open that channel of communication so that they can know that they have somebody. That's what I was saying earlier about the little things. Because see, what happens is, like I was saying, it's easier. Like, for instance, this month, this is May. This is mental health awareness, right? And everybody wants to tell you, you hear it, you see it on Instagram, you see the cliche things to say. Meditate, breathe, go in the sun, work out, whatever, So people will look for, like I say, the big thing, the big answer, either the really big answer, or they minimize it to, just tell it, like I could have just told her, just meditate and breathe. No, this woman is dealing with real deep-rooted issues here. And like I say, everybody wants to focus on, this is the month of mental health awareness. If you're really concerned about the mental health of people, first start with the people that is closest to you. All right? Don't be trying to, you want to fix, here it is, you live in goddamn Tampa Bay, Florida, and you want to fix everybody's problems in Canada, man. How about you fix the very few people that live right in your house, man? How about you fix or help the people that are in your phone, that you ignore their phone calls? You ignore their texts. See? People have gotten from being humans and dealing with each other. Everybody's socially awkward. They don't even know how to communicate with each other. So therefore, we deal with these. We talk through memes and talk through posts and talk through social media. When people used to sit on the front porch and have a real conversation. You know what I'm saying? Sit in the car, in a parking lot, hours, having real conversations. People don't do that no more, you know? So this is my message to mental health right now, is call the person that's closest to you and just check on them, man. Just check on that person. And in this video, mainly check on the women that is in your family, man. Okay? Check on them, man, because this world is sick and corrupted and foul. That's the reality of it. You have people out here that can smell your little girl, your daughter, your niece, your sister, your wife in some cases, if she's in another city, whatever, however the relationship is with you, they can smell that she's in a new city and she don't have the support that she should have. And they're going to take full advantage of it. That's what happened with her. She came here, she didn't have a support system. And the things that she thought were lined up failed her. And what ended up happening? A few bad individuals, terrible individuals, all right? Excuse my French, fucked up individuals came into this young woman's life, and instead of doing something to add to her, they did everything in their power to destroy her, to the point where she's in my car randomly crying. Do you not see a problem here? And like I say, you could sit here and you could blame her. You could blame the guys. But you know who I really genuinely blame? Her family. I blame her family and her friends, because they are the ones that should be checking up on her. How are you? Hey, where you at? You okay? Hey, text me when you get home tonight. Call me tonight. We haven't talked in a while. You doing all right? How's this going? How's that going? People don't do that no more. And that puts people in a really bad, dark place. And then you wonder why people run to drugs. You wonder why people run to having to sell their body, unfortunately. You wonder why people run to any and everything to fill that void of what they're not getting, okay? So I'm going to finish up there. You know, I just wanted to put this out here as a message that this is happening to thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of young women day in and day out. And that's scary, because I have a daughter, all right? I have a daughter, I have a wife, I have all these things. I have a sister, I have a mother, I even have play nieces. You know what I mean? They're not necessarily my blood, but they're family, you know? And this happens. If it could happen to her, why couldn't it happen to somebody in my family? But what I'm going to do with my power is to do the things to make sure that that doesn't have to happen. And if I can do it to make sure that it doesn't have to happen anymore to somebody else, then this is that message, man. Call, pick up the phone, make a phone call, see how they're doing. Just something as simple as that. Follow up on it. Make it a routine. Call them every Sunday. Even if they don't answer, just harass them. Call them twice a week, twice a month. Whatever is convenient, do it. Invite them over for dinner. You go over to their house. If they don't want to let you in, that might be a red flag. Oh, okay. What's going on? Is everything all right? And if they're not honest, then keep a tab. Keep watching. But you got to be mindful of the family members and people that are closest to you. That's the thing that destroys, that makes me hot when people talk about building up the community, which is nothing wrong with that, so don't jump down my throat. And how are you so empowered to build the community when you don't even talk to your own father? You don't even talk to your own mother. You don't even talk to your brothers. You don't even talk to your grandparents. You don't talk to your aunts and uncles. You don't talk to these people for no real apparent reason, but you want to build up everybody else. Start with those that are closest to you, and it'll become contagious if we all do it. All right, so with that, I'm gonna close this up. I hope this is inspiring. I hope this is this makes somebody make a change, man. Check on your family. All right, peace.